这边刚才用的好好的呀。我操，这个感觉，哎不对，
这是啥 ？Viva。
这边。这可以。是吧？拿吧。
你没升级吗？
嗯。
你要一字码是吧？啊，我就几句话。
我不用一字码，你干嘛？你找没？
我过哪儿找你呀？
哦，你找我啊？嗯。行，我马上就好，你等会儿吧，我喊你。
这个放你前面吧，可可，这本放你前面吧。
这样可以吗？差不多可以。这样，这已经开始了，这不用了，这个已经开始了。就这样就行了。你这个开始那个。
那个明天后天你拜访大家。
好，开始吧。
头发乱吗？
不乱。
就这。开始了。
3、2、1。
Hello, welcome to our living show. I'm Crystal.
Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Jason.
Yes, today we will introduce about our company and some our wholesale machines include our big production machines and some lemon machines for you. And in the beginning, we will give you a brief introduction about our company. We are one of the biggest famous wet mixing and grinding machine equipment manufacturer in China, and we produce like some dispersing machine mixers and grinding machine like sand mills, horizontal sand mills, basket mill, we work here. And if you have any requirements, you can send your inquiry to our email, and we will reply you according to your requirements.
Yes, and today we have 4 machines in our living room, and this is the lab disperser, the lab emulsifier, and also the lab 3-roller mill. And this machine today we will all introducing you the specifications of this machine, the structure, and also the spare parts of these machines. Then we will show you how to operate these machines. Let you know. So don't forget to follow us and keep eyes on our living show. Okay.
Okay, and firstly we will give you a brief introduction about our company, and we will show you our company video to you.
Yes.
Okay, you can see in this video, this is our factory in Jiangsu.
有抖音的那个
啊？
不能有抖音 logo 的。
它是抖音 logo。
对，是有。
我说找那个没有抖音 logo。
那就关掉。
你换个视频，这个会被警告的，上这个警告。
Okay, and we will change a video to you. Like our for our Farfly, we not only have the company in Shanghai, also we have factory in Jiangsu. In Jiangsu province, we build our own factory. So under the same quality, our machine has cheaper price. Okay. Now we will show you about our factory video to you. Let us see. And we have in this industry over 20 years, and we produce about our sand mills, mixers, dispersers. If you have any question about the wet grinding and the equipment machines, you can send your requirements to us, and we will give you the specific requirements to you. About our company, we have our own factory. You can see in our website. This is our factory. Now we will show you about our factory video to you. You can see this is our factory and our workers are working on the detailed spare parts.
你站起来说吧。
And this is our workshop for the sand mills. We don't have only have the horizontal sand mill, only have other kinds sand mill. And our workers are assembling the chamber. Okay, next. And you can see this is our double shaft mixers. We have many mixers to handle different materials. Like this mixer, this is our double shaft mixer. This is mainly for the putty, for some high viscosity materials. And you can see in this mixer, you can see this is a one mixer, and this is another one shaft, and this is another shaft. This shaft has two disc in there, and this is another shaft in there. And if your materials is high viscosity, often we will equip with the frame. This frame to help the materials out from the tank, from your kettle or tank. Okay. And you can see this is our many finished sand mills. You can see this is our different like the disc type sand mills, and this is our pressing machine. Which the type of this pressing machine used to? It is mainly for the high viscosity when your materials mixing, because it is high viscosity, so it is difficult to get out from your tank. Okay, you can see this is many filters, and this is different size of our tanks. And you can see this is our many electric cabinet. This is a bold eye of our factory room, and you can see this is some parts to assemble, and this is finished filters and tanks. Okay. And you can see this is our factory bold eye. This is our buildings, different buildings for the different functions. One floor is for our one room is for our salesman, and one room is for our technical workers. And we also have the living room on the 6th floor. Okay. And this is our workers designing our spare parts. They are making our spare parts more preciously to make sure the spare parts more preciously to fit our machines. And you can see they are assembling our sand mills. Okay, most of our factory parts we have been introduced. For this is our factory in our Jiangsu province, and we also have our Shanghai workshop in Shanghai. And if you don't have time to our Jiangsu province, you also can come to our Shanghai office. Shanghai office is built to receive some customers who has no time to visit our Jiangsu factory. Okay, and in the beginning we will show you many our hot cell machines. Okay.
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 So first, let us check the disperser machine. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you can see this is our disperser machine and it is total white. The color of the machine you can choose by yourself because we have our design center and also you can paint the different color if you want. And for the machine, it is very strong. We can see here the stem column of this machine. It is very strong and thick. So it can just using in a very big batch and not shaking its hand, shaking its body. And also here is the shaft, and this shaft we can see it is just like a single one, and it have no connector here. So this shaft it is the integrated shaft, and it can avoid shaking from mixing the high viscosity materials. And for the disc we can see we are using the tooth type disc, and it can just support a very high force on the materials. For this machine, normally the rotating speed can from 0 to 1040, 450. So this speed can let the materials get tip speed till 28 to 32. That will be much better for the materials to be cutting. And we can move to here. Here is the motor. This motor is very special because we are using the good brand motor to our customers, which called the Wannan brand. Wannan brand is a famous Chinese domestic brand, and they are also doing the OEM for ABB brand. So that's why we were choosing them, because the Wannan brand, they have a much cost performance than the ABB brand, and also the delivery time will be much better than the ABB. We all know just normally for the ABB brand motor, it will need about 120 days to be delivered, but for Wannan motor, it only needs 35 days. So it is very good for our customers, and also get just the same function and quality we like the ABB. And also here we can see there is just a switch, and this part is using for holding the tank. Why we need this part holding the tank? Because just like 1000 liter or 2000 liter you are mixing, when the shaft is rotating, the tank will also be shake, and maybe some move to another position. We need this fixed arm to hold the tank and let it to be very stable when it's working. And for this part, we not only have this type, we also have the belt type. I will show you the picture later after I introducing you this FDG model, and you can know which is the belt type. Okay, for here is also a small motor, but this one is using for the hydraulic system, for the hydraulic lifting. We can see here is a part to let the whole stand column to be lifting up and lifting down, because you need to move the tank just to get into the center of this shaft, and then let the material to be mixing. We need to have this part to be lifting up and down, and to control this part is very simple. You can control it on your control pad, and there are all the buttons to click, so it is very simple for the operation. And for this machine, I'd like to just introducing some other additionals, and we have the cover or called the lead on here. We have the other picture. We can show you which one has the lead. Okay, this one will be much better. This is the lead. This lead will let it to be cover the whole tank and avoid the dust to be getting to the tank. And also here is dust-proof station. Hello, welcome to our living show. And we are introducing you the FDG model. This is the disperser machine. Today we have the lab disperser, but firstly, we'd like to show you what we have in our factory, the massive production machines. Yes. Okay, I will keep going on. For this machine, I just introduced it to the lead, and this lead is using to cover the tank and avoid dust getting to the tank and keep the material's purity. For this part is the dust-proof station. The dust-proof station is using to just pour into the powders. We know the powders, when we just pour the bag into the tank, it will have the dust just flying over here, and let your workshop to be not clean. And for this part, we can connect here with a vacuum pump, and using this vacuum pump to get a suction and let your powders to be getting to tank and not fly to everywhere. So we'll keep your workshop to clean. In many countries like the UK or the USA, they will have a very strict demands on the environmental, so they will need this part for to keep the workshop to clean and keep the worker safety. Okay, for this machine, well, we can also see here is a guide bar. So this guide bar has a sleeve here. So it is using to let your whole head not shaking, because when it's working, it will also just shake left or shake right. When we have this bar, you can just lifting up and down and let this whole shaft to keep in a same direction and not wave. Okay, for this machine, we can also see one part. For here is just a connection with the lead, and we can see here is the tensions just losing for the lead, because this one is also the pneumatic lifting lead. Because we know some customers, when they processing the materials, they want to let the shaft to be up and down. But if you are using the normal lead, the lead, when you lifting up, the lead will also lift up. So it will not cover the tank always. But when you have the pneumatic lead system, it will keep the lead to cover the tank. When you shaft just get the shaft up and down and let the material
Hello,
to be mixed
welcome to
better.
our living show. Our
Welcome,
Jason
Living
is introducing about our dispersing machine. And if you have any requirements and any question, you can type in our comments and we will reply to you. Okay?
Okay, I will keep going on. For this machine, I just reached the end because there are only one part I need to introducing you, because it is this part. This is the plate, the standard plate for the machine, and you can see here it is much bigger than the former picture I show you, because this one, it can be chosen. Some customers, they are producing the big batch, and their machine is also very big. If you are using a small stand plate, it will not be stable. So we will design this larger plate, and you can let the tank just move on the plate and keep it stable. So the machine will be working much better. For the shaft thickness, we also designed much thicker than other suppliers. And for just for example, for the 22 kilowatts machine, the shaft we are designing 55 millimeters. And for the 37 kilowatts, we are designing the 75 millimeters. The shaft thickness will depend on the defines the quality for the whole machine. Okay, so I will show you some other things by the computer. One is the machine with the belt type fixed on, and also one is other suppliers' machine. They are using a thinner shaft. What will occur when they using this machine? Okay, let me show you now.
Okay, now we will show you.
You can see here is the belt type, and it is using a belt to hold the whole tank and keep it stable. This one will be much cost performance than the normal fixed arm, because that one is almost using the metal to build it. But this one, we only need to build one metal base and then using the belt to hold the tank. That will be much better. Many customers will choosing this type for hold tank.
Yes.
Now I will show you one more thing. You can see this shaft is moving very
Not
just
stable.
shaking. Yes,
Yes,
not stable.
shaking.
It is shaking and shaking. Let me show you again. The shaft is very shaky because the shaft
Hello,
is thick.
welcome to our living show. We are showing
Welcome to
you
living
about
show.
our other suppliers' machine. You can see this shaft is very thin, and it is not stable when
Yes.
it is in a high speed, so it is very dangerous.
Yes, because this video comes from our customer. They firstly purchase the machine from other supplier, and
Yes.
then they found the machine is not using very well because the shaft is shaking and easily to broke up. So that's why they come to us, and I will show you what's the machine working like our machine our machine works like. This is our machine working. You can just compare us with them.
You can see this is our machine from our customers,
Yes.
and then he loves to bought our machines.
You can
and
see
use
the
well.
shaft is very stable and no any shaking. This video is also comes from our customer because they are just very exciting about our machine because the machine is very stable, even working with these large quantities.
Yes.
So now you will know why we need a much thicker shaft than when we are producing the materials. Even you are producing the paints, we still keep the same thickness for you.
Yes.
Okay, just now I'm introducing you the massive production, the disperser machine. So nextly, we'd like to show you the double shaft mixer. Okay.
Okay. And you can see this is our double shaft mixer. This shaft you can see this is double shaft. This is his frame, and this is a shaft with 2 discs. Comparing with our dispersing machine just now, our Jason introduced to you. This machine have two shafts. You can see, and because this machine is for some high viscosity materials, and that one FDG model is for some lower viscosity or the middle viscosity. So that FDG model is suitable for under the 8,000 CPS, and this one can handle over 8,000 CPS, so it can handle much more higher viscosity. For this machine, you can see this one has the 2 shafts, and it also has the 2 discs in there, and this disc position can be adjusted by screw, and this one is for the function to help the high viscosity which one stick on the tanks can make it out of it and to mix evenly. And you can see this also has a model. This model was always use our Chinese famous model like the Wannan, and this quality is also good. And if you have any requirements like you need to change to the foreign brand, you also can tell us. We will change it to you. Like ABB, we can change it for you. And you can see this shaft is also very stronger than other suppliers. The main function is to help it stammer when it's mixing in a high speed. And if you want to use this machine, sometimes you need to the vacuum system. We also can edit it for you. And you can see this one we sometimes with 2 shafts. And if you have any requirements, we also can design the disc for you. And you can see this is the lid in there, and sometimes if you use the vacuum system, the lid is necessary to make it very seal in this tank and this lid. And next we will give you a video to you. New video. Okay, and maybe next time we will show you about this video. And 没有说。可以。And this is also our another double shaft mixer. We will show you the video, and you can see how it works. You can see our shaft is very stronger, so when it is in high speed, these materials will mix very evenly. Okay, and for this machine, we also have many different models. We will recommend you the suitable kilowatts according to the capacity you need. Okay, you can see it, how it works. And this machine, these materials, we use the water to let you check it very clearly. For your materials, I think it will higher viscosity, and our frame will help it out from the bottom and side.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Next, we will introduce our FDL double shaft mixer. You can see this double shaft mixer, and you can see this is double shaft, and it has the two model in there. One is the high speed and another is low speed. For this machine, it also have the power system is the model. It model will drive it to work. And this machine can handle about the party, like the car party or party also can use this machine because it is the butterfly shaft and the disc to help it mix more evenly. And this model we also can change to ABB, like some foreign famous brand. We can design it according to your requirements. And this machine, we sometimes to produce some cup party. Last night, one of our customer wants us to recommend a mixer for them to produce the cup party. We recommend them this mixer to him, and for this mixer, we also will recommend him the pressing machine to you because like some party, like this high viscosity materials, it is hard to discharge, so it needs to use our pressing machine to help it to get out. And for this machine, we will give you a brief video to you. Video. And this machine, we will give you a video like to handle their materials. Some of our customers bought this machine and use where. And this is a party producing video. You can see this is high viscosity and this machine is work. You can see how it works. And you can see there is many materials on the side, so our machine will help it out. This shaft is in a low speed and this shaft is in a high speed. This low speed will make the materials into the effective location over there, and it will use the high speed to help the materials mix evenly. Many our customers who produce the party always use this machine, and it can produce many better products. Okay. And the next machine we will introduce, what machine?
I think we can introducing the sand mill to our customers.
Okay.
Okay, you can see here is a very standard sand mill of our products. You can see this one, we can just introducing it beginning from the structure. For this machine, we have the whole body. The body is just equipped some the electric box and also some parts here. And here is the diaphragm pump. Let the materials pump into the chamber. And this is the chamber. The chamber is using to grinding the materials. All the materials will be just getting to here. And here is just a mechanical liquid cooling oil, and it will cooling down the mechanical and let it to be seal the whole machine. Here is the control pad for control the machines. So for this machine, the FWE model, it is using for the paint products normally, and also we can using for materials that is with the high viscosity, because the viscosity, if it is high for this machine, we can see here is the discharging port, and we're using the diaphragm pump to pump the materials into the chamber from here, and then using the pressure to let all materials out in from here. Why we using this? because here is a dynamic and static rings. Dynamic and static rings, we will show you the spare parts later, because we have the spare parts here.
Later we will show you.
Yes, and
when we introduce the spare parts.
After we introducing the machine, and we will show you. And for this machine, because it is this type and it can using to bring the paint to reach the particle size about 50 micron. 15 micron. And this is well for the interior paints. And if you are producing the exterior paints, it no need to using this sand mill. But for this one, it is just using to let your materials to get into a higher grade for your materials.
Yes.
Okay. So for this one, the dynamic and static rings, when you are using the discharging system, the materials will crossing the gap from these two rings and using the pressure to crush it. For normally the discharging system, we are using the screen sieve. But screen sieve, it has a very small gap and hole on the screen sieve. But if your materials is higher viscosity, it will just stuck the screen sieve and let it to have a not good efficiency. That's why we will have a new design on this machine. Okay, for this machine, we also have the different size. For this one is normally for the machine below 30 liters. If you are producing the 50 liters, 100 liters, it will be another size, another type. The whole chamber will be much bigger and be here, and the motor will be taken outside. So different size, we will also give the different machine and machine type. For this machine, the machine is using for the grinding process. We also have the different process, different model for different type. We will show you later. And now we'd like to show you the video of this machine. We are testing it.
Okay.
We are testing the sand mill, and you can see we are using a pump to pump the material into the chamber. The whole machine process is cycling produced because it will just pump the materials into the chamber and let it to be grind, and then let the material outside to the tank to be a cycling, and let the materials to be grind again and again and again, and finally reach the target particle size. You can see again. Here is the electric box. Okay, I think customers will have a good impression on the sand mill we're introducing you. I'd like to show you some spare parts of this machine.
Hello, welcome to our daily show. We're introducing about our sand mill, and now we will give you a brief introduction about the disc type.
Yes, because in the picture it is a disc type sand mill, so we bring the disc here. This is spare parts which we assembling in the chamber on the rotators. This one is the hardened alloy material, and it is normally using for the paint products. You can just have a look. So we not only have the hardened alloy material for the disc, we also have other type, like the PU type. This is our PU type disc, and it is using on the materials that need high purity, because it will not have the metal dust and affect the status of the paints. But this one, the PU coated type, it is just looks like a plastic, and it will be rust, but it will not affect the material. But it have one disadvantage. It will have not good the heat transfer. So if you want both the purity and the heat transferring, you can choosing another type, the ceramic type. This is the ceramic type, and it is made by the SiC, the alloy metal, and this one is very hardened and will not have the dust, metal dust into the materials. And also because it is made by the SiC, it will also have a very good situation on the heating transfer. And when you are using the cooling water to cool down the whole chamber, it will have a much good efficiency. So this is 3 different materials. You can just choosing by yourself, or we can give you the suggestions. Because normally for most of customers, they are producing the normal paints. Using the hardened alloy is enough.
Yes.
So don't need to considering the ceramic. Just like some customers, they are producing the special materials. They will have the requirements on this. Next one, we'd like to show you the FDS model.
You can see this is our FDS model. With this model, you can see the grinding materials is not the same because it is used the pin type, and another our Jason introduced is our disc type. And you can see this is the pin type, and you can see this is also the horizontal sand mill. It also has three system, include the power system and the feeding system and the cooling system. This machine has the model. You can see this is our model to drive the machine to work, and this is our power system. It is use our domestic famous brand, and you always can change it to foreign brand by yourself. By your requirements, we also can change it for you. And you can see this is the feeding system. This is we use this pump to help the materials into the chamber, and we also have other pump we can change it. And this is our chamber, and we have the cooling system in the we have the jacket. We can put the water into the jacket to help the materials cool down when the machine is working. It will produce many temperature. It will make the high temperature. So we need to cool down to have the materials in a suitable temperature. It can ensure it wouldn't damage. For this machine, you can see this is the control box. We can use this control box to control this machine, and it will have the stop and the start and emergency stop and other. And this is our sunlight to check if this machine is work, and when it's wrong, you can know the machine's situation. For this machine, some customers will doubt which the product will use this machine. For this machine, it will always need to some products who need to get a higher requirements, like below 5 micron, like below the nanoparticle size. We also can choose this pin type. If you want to produce like the wall interior paint, you can choose our FWE is enough, because it can achieve the 15 micron to 20 micron. For our wall paint, it is enough. And for this FDS, this is our FDS sand mill. This FDS sand mill is suitable for some low viscosity materials, because it's the discharge system is use our sieve. When it's out of our yes, it will out by this sieve. You can see this is a lot of gap in there. If your materials is high viscosity, it will stick on the sieve, and it can't charge smoothly. So if your materials is higher, you can change our other model sand mill. For this sand mill, we also have different materials, include the hard alloy and some ceramic. For some agrochemical material customers, many customers choose use our ceramic, because sometimes many customers need their products not reduced. And you can see this machine for some car paint is also suitable for some car finish paint. We know for the car finish paint it has many colors and it need a good operation, it a good performance. So we need to grant it more fineness. It will help it to make a good performance. Okay, and we will give you a video to check. You can see this machine is for some low viscosity and for some materials need high requirements, and this is its working video. Test. Okay, you can see it is the test video. Okay, you can see.
No.
I will show you about the operation box. Operation box. 再清楚点，下面应该再清。Okay, you can see this is the male power and the male power pump power and the power male on pump on and the male off pump off, and this is the emergency stop. If your machine has some situation happens, you can push this. You can use this emergency pump, and this machine also has the product system. It will help your machine don't have the damage. Okay. Okay. Next machine we will introduce about our FSP sand mill. You can see this machine is our FSP sand mill. This sand mill is for some materials is low viscosity. So this the discharge system also use our sieve. It can discharge. Its another name is the high flex sand mill. So it can produce many products in some times. And you can see this machine is also use the disc type. This machine is use disc type to help the machine to help your product get a finer particle size, but it can't reach very lower particle size. And this machine also has the control box, and this one is the model, and it will have the inventor to adjust the speed. It also has the pump. It chooses pump to make your materials into your chamber, and this is it will has the temperature test. It will to monitor your temperature. Sure.
Okay.
Okay, and
okay, we think we can just show some spare parts and then we move to the lab machine period. Okay.
yes.
Now we see some spare parts in our desk.
Okay.
I'd like to show you the spare parts for our basket mill. This is the grinding pins for our basket mill, and it is made by the material, the zirconia, by the ceramic. Yes, this is the ceramic. So for the basket mill, it is also a kind of sand mill, but it is using for the type like the disperser. It is using the shaft and also using the tank for processing. For the basket mill, it can also processing the materials even reach to 15 micron. And also for this machine, it will also have a very good advantage on the different colors because it is easy to wash and clean. For this machine, it is especially can using on the small batches and motif colors. And if you also want to reduce the whole investment on the mill machines, you can also choosing the basket mill to have a good function. And for
Hello, welcome to our show. We are introducing about our spare parts of sand mills.
Yes, and we are now introducing the green pins of our basket mill. And we are just introducing the basket mill, the base information for the basket mill. It can also just producing the small batch and multicolors, but if you want to improving the efficiency, better to choose a horizontal type because that one will give you a much good capacity on your production.
Yes.
So back to these greening pins, you can see the whole machine in the basket mill in the basket. It will also need a spare parts to crushing the zirconia beads and just let the particle to be a small particle size. So this one is just assembling on the rotators and rotating, crushing the beads will support a big force on the material.
Yes.
Okay, for this one, this is a basket. So this is just a not big basket, it's a small basket for the materials, and I think it just have a 1 liter. For this one, we will have a top and the bottom to just cover it, and we have the different size greening pins into the basket and working for it. For the machine, you can easily to change it. So this is the basket.
Hello, welcome to our living show. We are introducing about the spare parts of our mills and some basket mill and some sand mills.
Yes. Okay, I'd like to show you this one. This is made by copper, so this one is assembling on the chamber. We can see it is just can just go through the cooling water or the heating water to let the whole tank to be cooling down or the heating up. So this one will be also can be changed. If you need, we can also provide. Okay, this one. This is the button. This is the basket mill, the top of it, and you can changing it, replacing when your basket is wearing out. We can also supply to you for this one. You can see here. This one is the basket button, and this one is using on the basket because here you can see this one looks very like the screen sieve. The materials can go across in the sieve and let it to be get out from the whole basket when it is finished bringing. So this we can also change for you. You can also choosing the different size for it. Okay, I think these spare parts we have already introduced to you, so you can have a good impression on these spare parts. We have many different spare parts, and we also give our customers 1 year warranty for the except vulnerable parts. So if you have the demand on this part, we can also supply you and also delivery to you in a very short time.
Yes, okay. And next time we will give you more spare parts to introduce. And today, hello, welcome to our show. We are introducing about our spare parts. And next part, we will introduce our lamp machines. We will introduce about our lamp dispersing machine and the lamp high shelling machine and two lamp dispersing machine. They have different kilowatts. And we also have the new lamp machine in there. This is our three roller mill in there. This you also can for some food industry also can do, right?
Yes.
And the next we will introduce from our dispersing machine. Okay. You can see this is our lamp dispersing machine, and this is our SDF 400. You can see this machine has this machine mainly function. This machine mainly function is to mix your materials evenly, and some powder and materials and your liquid can make it evenly. And you can see we equipped the disc in there, and you can see this shaft is also stronger than other lamp machines, and it has a stamper frame, and it has the model. This model is for 0.4 kilowatts, and you can see it's the M fixed M, and this function is to have the tank stamper when this machine in high speed. And you can see this shaft we will put into the power. We will use this. We will use by hand up and down, so it is very easy to operate it. And this machine also very light, and it can move to anywhere which you want to move. And if you bought this machine in our living show, we will give you some spare parts for free. You can see this is a bigger disc, and this is the smaller disc. You can change it by the screw. You can exit it and change it. We also will give you a grinding hand to you. This machine, although this machine is a mixing machine, we also can use it to grind. If your requirements is very not high, you can choose this grinding hand to test if the effect is good. If you use this grinding hand and you find your product have a good performance, you can get to about a mill to improve your product performance. And for this machine, if you bought it in our living show, we will give you a big discount, and we not only choose to give you the 3 spare parts, we also will give you this 2 liter tank. You can see this tank is 2 liter, and it also has the jacket and have the inlet and the outlet. You can make your water into the jacket and to cool down or to heat your materials, keep it in a suitable temperature. For this machine, when you want to operate it, how we to work it, I will give you a brief introduction. Firstly, we will put your materials into this tank, and we will put the tank under this middle position, and we will use this fixed end to make it fixed. You can see it is very easy to operate it, to make it stable. When you ensure it is stable, we will connect it with the power, and you can see this is the control box. This control box mainly function is to up and down the speed, but it only can adjust the speed by 100 like 800, 900. It only increase or decrease by 100. And we will connect the control, and when we go through the power, you can see there will get red, and you know it will start. And next we will put this into your materials, and we will open this one, and you can see it will work. Okay, next we will interview our Jason to operate it for our customers.
Okay, for this machine, I think the Crystal have introducing you very well. So now I will connecting this part, the motor with the control box, and let you see how this machine's working looks like. Because here there is a gap, so we will need this gap to be stood in the right position on this port, and then we put it here. Then rotating the switch and just tightening the port. Okay, now the port is already connected on, so it will be very stable and tight and keep it safe. Okay, so the control box now, and we have already connected on the motors. I will just connect on the power later, but now I will lifting it up because that will let you see much clearly about this disc, how it is rotating. Okay. So now using this part and connecting on the power. Here is the control box and the machine. So for this machine, there are only 3 buttons: speed up, speed down, power button. It is very easy for your processing. Now we only need to click the power on and let this machine to be start. You can see the number is waiting it to be 0. This one, because it is the numbers and it is using to show the rotating speed of the machine. And for this machine, the highest rotating speed can reach to 8,000 RPM. It is a very high speed and suit for most of materials that you are producing. Okay, now I will click this speed up button and let this machine to be work. You can see now is 100 RPM, 100 RPM, 200 RPM, 300 RPM, and much faster to 1000 RPM. Welcome to our living show.
Welcome. And now we are introducing about our laminate machine for you. This is our SDF 400. If you have interest in, you can send the inquiry to us.
Okay, the machine you can see in a very high speed rotating, but the shaft is still very stable. So that's why we are all focused on the quality and let our customers get the best experience on the machine. Now I will load down the speed. Now it is stopped. Then when you finish working, you can click this button to power off and waiting the number to disappear. Then this whole machine is stopped working. So that will keep you safety when in your workshop. And also for this machine, it is very light. I will show you how light it is. You can see the whole machine I can easily to lifting up. So it is very light. For the whole machine, it can be packing in a very short, small wooden case, and also the weight is not heavy. You can just deliver this machine by the air or by ship. It can depend on your choice. So for this machine, if you have the interesting, please come to us for the machine. If now you purchase it now, we can give you the best discount price for this machine, $500 US. So don't forget to send in the comments to us and check in with us. We will give you the assistance on your machine choice. And for this machine, please remember again, only $500 US today in this living show. And if you have interesting, send in the inquiry to us. And next, we will introducing you another model called the SDF 550, and introducing by the Crystal.
Yes. This is our another dispersing machine. You can see this is our SDF 550. You can see because why it's named 550 because its model is the 0.55 and kilowatts. You can see this machine compared to the SDF 400. Where is the biggest difference? We will give you 10 seconds to check the difference. Okay, if you if you give the right answer, we will give you a big discount about this machine. 10, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I will give you the right answer. Because you can see it's equipped with inverter and our SDF don't have. So if we have the inverter, where is the difference? Because we can change the speed by this menu smoothly. We don't only can change the speed by 100, like 100 by 100. This machine can adjust the speed whatever you need. Okay, you can see compared with the SDF 400, it is a frame has more stronger, and it also have the model and have the stronger and have the fixed amp. We will put the fixed amp to have the tank stamper and make the machine stamper when it's in a high speed. You can see this is the inverter, but our SDF 400 controls the speed by the control box, and it also very light to move to anywhere you need to move. You can see this model. We use the Chinese famous brand, and this tank will send to you. This is 2-liter tank and have the inlet and outlet the port to let your water in it, to make the materials in a suitable temperature. And you can see if you want to use this machine, it's very easy, and you only to connect the power into the plug to the power, and it will on. You can see this machine. This machine we will give you the disk we work with. We will send you 2 disks. In this machine, we have the big disk, and we work with give you the smaller disk to you. And we work with will give you the grinding hand for you. And if you want to grind some materials, you can use that one. This machine is for the max capacity is 5 liter. If you want to test your materials and test your formula, you can use this machine and to test. If it is okay, you can expand your production. If it can't give you a good performance, you can guess if you need to change your formula. And this machine, the biggest speed can get the 8,000, and you can use this machine for a test. When you want to expand your production, you can ask us. We also have different model can be chosen. We also have the production model like our FDG, and if you need 100, 200 and 500, we also have the according the kilowatts to choose. And if you want to produce like the 2,000, 3,000, we also have the platform type dispersing machine can be chosen. For this machine, if you want to use this machine, I will give you a brief introduction. We will put the firstly we will put the tank into the middle location, and we will use this fixed end to fix the tank. And you can see it will very very tight. And it will tight, and we will put the shaft into the materials. Next, we will connect the power, and it will on. Next, our Jason will give you a brief, clear operation process.
Okay, I am coming again. So for this machine, I just show you the operation for the SDF400 that model, because that model is only have one control box with 3 buttons. It looks very simple, but this one you see many buttons on it, but don't worry about it. This one is also very simple for you to operate it. And it also not only to connecting the control box, because the inverter is already connecting on the power motor. So you only need to connect on the power by this plug. And when you're receiving the machine, it is also the total ready for your production, so you don't need to be worried about it. Okay, now I will connect on the power by this plug. You can see the inverter is already shows the number on it. This is the number shows on it. Here is a green button and here is a red button. For this inverter, we only need to use this button to be a very simple operation. For the green button, when you click it up, and there will be a green light to be light up, and that will indicate that the inverter is working, but the motor not working. Now let me press the green button. You can hear the inverter is working now. And here is a green button to show it. Then, when you want to let this motor working, we will need to rotate this switch to let it working. But to show you very clearly, I will let this motor to be lifting up and show you the discs. Okay, now I will show you how this is working. I will just rotating the switch. You can see 1568 RPM. It can be controlled the speed by one, not like the former one. It can only control the speed 100 by 100. So it is very good for the researchers that need a very exactly control on the speed. More faster. More than 2000 RPM, more than 3000 RPM. Okay, I have stopped this system model, and then we need to press the red button. please remember we need to press the red button, because if you just in case you not mean to rotate this part, but you still rotate it and your hand is here, you can protecting you from the injured from this machine. And after we press the red button, it will wait about 30 seconds to wait the whole inverter stop work. You can hear the voice when it stopped. We can just count. Okay, you can see the inverter stopped work now, and there is no sound here. So for this machine, I think you can also look at its outer appearance. It is not big, and also it is not heavy, just like the former SDF 101. And if you want this machine, you can also send the inquiry to us today in our living show, because we have a special discount for you. For this machine, normally we sell to our customers in the $800, but today if you purchase in our living show, sending the comments or just other thing to represent you watching our living show, you come to us and we can give you the price $750, and FOB Shanghai price for this machine. Please remember again, I will just tell you again, the price for this machine is $750. Welcome to our living show. Okay, so I think this model we have introducing to you. So next one, we'd like to show you another model, the lab emulsifying machine.
Hello, this is our high shielding machine. You can see this is for our customers' products. Like if you want to mix the oil and some water, like this to quench the mixed materials, it can use our emulsifier. You can see this shaft is also different from our dispersing machine. Where is the biggest difference between the two machines? We will also give you 10 seconds to compare these two machines. Okay? If you know the right answer, you can type it on comments. We will give you 10 seconds to compare them. For this machine, it is usually used for the wet machines. For the wet products, it will mix like the water and like the oil. Okay, I think now I will give you the right answer. You can see the shaft is the difference. It has the 3 shafts. But to compare it with our dispersing machine, it only has 1 shaft. And you can see this is our Hoyo standard. And if your materials, this machine is work, the water will close the holes and to mix. For this machine, it also has a model. You can see this is its model, and it also use our Chinese famous brand, and it also use this machine by the hand. You can see it. We will adjust the location. It is very smoothly. You can see it is very easy to operation. And if you bought this machine, we also will give you the 3 different different size of the holes. You can change to different hand. And this is our tank, and we also will send you a 2-liter tank for free. And you also can check it. It is the brand M and our SDF 400 and our SDF 515 also have this tank. It also has the plant. It is a big plant to help the machine more stable. And you can see it can up and down by hand, and it also, this machine is very small. It can remove to anywhere you want to move. And this machine also used for the biggest is the 5 liter, and it can move to whatever where you want to move. For this machine, if you want to operate it, you need to put the tank in the right location, and I will put it into the tank. When the hand into the materials and embed the materials, you know this tank is in the right position, and we will use the fixed hand to fix the tank to make the tank stable when it's in high speed. We will make the machine very stable. It wouldn't produce any dangers. And you can see we also have the control box. This machine, like our SDF 400, we also use the control box, and it also can adjust the speed, but it is not used by the inventor. It is used by our the control box. It can adjust the speed by 100 and 100. So if you want a machine like this one, if you want to lamp your formula, you also can choose this lamp machine. We don't only have the lamp emulsifier, we also have the production emulsifier, like our FSA, right? We also have the single pump, single emulsifier pump, single emulsifier, and we also have the frame emulsifier. We will have whatever the machine you need. We will have the model. We have been in this industry over 20 years, so we are one of the biggest famous equipment manufacturer in China. We have under the same quality, our price will better. Hello, welcome to our new issue. We are introducing about our lamp dispersing lamp emulsifier machine. And if you have any requirements about our lamp machines, include our lamp dispersing machines, our high shielding machines, you also can tell us. We will give you we will give you the details, and you also can edit our emails, and we will give you the working video to you. Okay. And now I will give you a recommend about how to use this machine. Firstly, we will put the tank in the best solution, best location, and we will use the fixed M to fix the tank. And we will use this one. If you want to adjust speed, if you want to adjust the location, you can see we will adjust. Now we post it embed the materials, and we will with the control box we will connect the control box, and next one we will make the machine into the power, and we will operate it. Now our Jason will give you a clearly introduction how to operate it. Okay, now we will bring our control box into our high shielding machine, and to give you how to operate it.
Okay, you can see this is a control box, and it looks like same with the SDF 400 because they are just the one control box. They can using just one control box, and very convenient. For this one, because it is also the 0.4 kilowatts motor like the SDF 400, so it is easy to be operated. Now, first, I just show you like the SDF 400. We need to let the gap to be stood at this part, and then rotate it. Okay, now it's done. And for easy to show you how this machine is working, I will also lifting this motor up. Okay, it's also done. Then I will let this plug to be connecting on the power. Okay, now the control box is in the off style, and I will click the button to let it in the working situation, waiting the number to be 0. Okay, now the number is coming to 0. This is choosing the rotating speed, just like the Formula 1. And then we can just click the speed up button, let this machine to work. You can see the center shaft is just rotating now. You see, it is done. High speed. Okay, we just show you how this machine is working, and after the processing, we need to click the button and let this model to be stopped working. That we should keep this in mind and let this whole working process to be very safety. Okay, and for this model, you can see it is not. It is also not heavy and also not big. When you packing in the wooden case, just not beyond 1 cdm, one cubic. So it is very easy for shipping by the vessel or by the air. And for this machine, and today in the living show, we will give you a discount price for this machine. We can give you 850 US dollar FOB Shanghai price. And just give us some comments and let us know you are watching our living show, and we will give you the discount when you just come to us and want to buy this machine. Okay, and okay, for this machine, I think you already introduced to you. Just now we have introduced to you the two lab disperser machine and one lab emulsifier machine. So these three models is our representative machines, like the disperser and the emulsifier in the lab purpose.
Yes.
So we can just review it for
Okay,
for these three machines.
Yes.
For the lab disperser machine,
yes, for the lab disperser machine, we have two models, included our SDF 400 and our SDF 515. For these two machines, they are worth the dispersing machine, but the biggest difference is their model. First one, the model is different. One is 0.4 kilowatts and another is 0.55. So their model is different. So their power is different. And for our SDF 515, you can see this one have the inverter and another one only have the control box. But through this difference, you can know their price also the different. Our SDF 515 also has higher expensive than our SDF 400. If you have high requirements about the machine and you need to produce it more convenient, you need to change the speed by yourself. You want to adjust whatever you need to adjust. So you can choose our SDF 515. If you don't have very high requirements and you only to use it, the use is the same. You can choose our SDF 400. For these two dispersing machine, we also mainly to produce like the power and the liquid mix. It will help it mix evenly. So whatever or what one you choose it, you only to focus on the function you need. And for these two machines, they can produce like under 5 liters. So it is very small. It is only to test and lab machine. If you are new in this industry and you want to test your formula, you can choose that one. And if you want to produce more capacity, you can ask us. We will introduce you a different model for you. And the third machine is our high shielding machine, that is emulsifier machine. It's only can handle about under 5 liter like our SDF 400 and SDF 515. This machine also can produce like oil and water to mix evenly. This machine, if you bought it, we also will give you some free spare parts like the different oil data and some text and one text for 2 liter. If you bought in our living show, we will give you the biggest the discount. You can send you want in the comment areas, and our sales will connect with you. Our machine, our level machine is don't only have this three machine. We also have the bigger capacity, like our BPF. It is also the dispersing machine, but it can handle under 100 liters, so it can handle bigger capacity. If you have interest, you also can ask us. Whatever the capacity we need, we will have the situation for you, and your more information will have us find the best solution for you. And if your product like the paint, like the agrochemical, you also can contact us. We have many farmers, customers can introduce to you. You can check our quality in your country. Okay, the last machine is our three-roller mill. Yes.
Before that, I'd like to let our teach our customer how to find us on the Alibaba.
Okay.
In the Alibaba main page, we can see the searching box on the website. We only need to type the Farfly technology, Farfly technology on the searching box, and
yes.
finding our main page. This is the Shanghai Farfly Energy or Shanghai Farfly Technology. You can come to our website and finding there are many different models, different pictures on the website. You can, if you have the interesting model, you can just send in the inquiry on the Alibaba, and very simple. We will give you the answers and suggestions by the communication. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and in the last one, I would like to show you the lab 3-roller mill. Okay.
Yes, this set mill we will give you a brief introduction.
Okay, you can see here is the lab 3-roller mill, and this one you can see it is small, but it is very heavy, so I cannot lifting it up like the former models. But this one, it is also very useful for the ink producers, because some customers, they are just using this one to producing the inks. There are 3 rollers here. These 3 rollers all made by the hardened alloy. I think the camera can come here and see the rollers. Okay, you can see 1 roller, 2 rollers, 3 rollers. These 3 rollers is working together to let the ink to be grinded in a very small particle size. Okay. Okay, so for this one, when we want to know how to processing the materials, we only need to connect the power on and then let the machine working. So we can pour the materials on the first roller, and then it will be working, and let the materials to be stuck on the rollers, and then get to the second to the third one. And in these rollers there will be 2 gaps. It will grind the materials and using this pressure to crush it. Just like some materials like the gravel ink or the offset ink, they will also using the 3-roller mill. You can also choosing the sand mill, but some customers, they will have their special demands. Welcome to our living show. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and we are now introducing you the final model, the lab disperser machine for this one. Okay. And for this one, because the 3 rollers, it is just cooperating, we also have the big, massive production materials, and much bigger, the roller will be much thicker. And for this one, I will show you how to work it in the later, because you can see here, there are only 2 buttons here. One is green, one is red, one is start, one is stop. So it is very convenient for you to work it. And now I will connect the power on. Okay. Okay, the machine now is connect on. If you want to start the machine, we will use this to get it let it work. You can see here. very convenient. So if you are working by this machine, it is only to know which one is the start and which one is stop. When you click it, it will start. When you stop click it, it will be stopped. And this roller can also change the gap to deciding the different gap for different materials. We will using this one. This one can control the third roller gap, and this one can control the first roller gap. So, this is the cover on the roller, which is using to protect the roller. Don't just ignore it. Okay, welcome to our living show. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we can see here is a plate. This plate is also we send you for free because when your materials is finished production, and the materials will be here to be just let this down from the roller and out from this one and just down to the plate. It will be better for your checking the materials that out from this lab 3 roller mill. Okay, for this lab 3 roller mill, I'd like to show you the price of this machine. The price of this machine is $800 and it is normally using the single-phase electric supply. So that means you can put this machine in your home, in your laboratory with the single phase, or even you have the requirements in your factory, you can also just have this one and then can work it. It is very convenient, and also for this one, it is also very small. It's much smaller than the disperser machine we just showed you before, right? But it is heavy, and just after package, it will be about 100 kilograms, and the size, it is only 16 centimeters around for each side. So for the size, no need to be checked it. You can let this machine to be delivered by the shipping LCL container. Also, if you have the special demands, you can just let this machine to go to sent to you by the air. We can also support it. So this is the lab 3 roller mill. I think our customers can have a good knowing on this. And now we will back to the computer and just say something to end today's living show, okay?
Yes.
Okay, today we have introduced some well-sold machines like the disperser machine, the double shaft mixer, the sand mill, just according to the screen we have in our computer, and show you the pictures, the videos, and also some. And then we show you the spare parts of our if we have in the living show.
Yes.
And also we have introduced the lab disperser machine, 2 type, and the lab emulsifier machine. And also we have introducing you the lab 3 roller mill. If you have the interesting, please send in the inquiry to us, and we will give you the suggestion and also give you the best solution on your production.
Yes.
So, and we now still have some time. We'd like to show you some video of the machine, okay?
Okay.
Okay, this is the working video of our basket mill. We are testing it in our factory.
Yes. Hello,
Hello,
welcome to
hello,
our living
Michelle.
show. Now we are introducing about our basket mill, and we will give you a brief video to you. For our basket mill, if your product is some pigment and if your product is many colors, we can introduce you use this machine. You can see this is our basket mill, and it is unpainted because we need to test it. If it has many has something need to amend, we will change it. So after our customers confirm this machine is okay, and we will paint it to the blue, our Farfly color. And I think some customers will wonder, and many our customers from the paint industry, right? And they will doubt how to build a small paint line. Our customers, if you are new in this industry, we recommend you from the smaller capacity. and like 5 liter and the 100 liter. 1000 liter. If you are new in this industry, we recommend you from this this smaller capacity. You can see if you want to produce a paint, if you want to produce the paint, you can see this is our brief coating line drawing for you. You can see this is high speed. From the top, we will use the high speed dispersing machine. It will for the pre-mixing and low speed for adjusting the color. And you can see this is the dispersing disc, and this is our FDG dispersing. Just now we have been expanded, and we will put your materials powder and the liquid into the tank, and we will give you a pre-mixing to make the materials to mix evenly. And next we will throw the pump into your materials into the sand mill, and this is the grinding machine used for interiors paint to get final paint size. So you know some were interior paint and some in exterior paint is different. For some interior paint, it needs to grind, and you can see this is our sand mill. Sometimes we usually use our FWE sand mill to handle our materials. And next we will for this sand mill, it can be changed according to your materials. And now we are talking about the generally paint. So we use the FWE. If you are the carpenter, you need to change it to the FDS paint sand mill, because that one is the pin type. This one is the disc type. And then next we will to filter. This is our filter machine, filter car, and this is the filter to filter your materials. And the last we will filling it. This is the filter and filling. We will fill your materials into the bucket or your scan, and it is auto camping. Okay, this is simple but the complete paint line for you. I think many customers will know how to build a small coating line. If you have these requirements about coating line, about the paint line, and you want to know more details about the SCW production line, you also can ask us. Hello, welcome to our video show. We are introducing about our brief production line, and we will give you more details to you in the next living show. And in the this month we also have the 3-hour living show in the
December
December
19th.
Yes. We will give you more details about our machines. If you have time, please into our channel, and we will give you more